Howdy, folks, and welcome to my retro media room. And today I wanted to look at my top 10 most valuable PlayStation 1 games from my collection. And what I did was I based it off of price charting, which tracks average sales across the board on eBay, of whether it be loose titles, complete titles, new if they're brand new, factory sealed, so on and so on. So it's the best resource I've ever found for showing the value and the market for various physical media or various physical games. So, based off that, all the most valuable games across the board on that, and I took the top 10 of what I have from that list, and I put them in order from least valuable to most valuable. My top 10 here. So, starting with number 10 is Tactics OGRE from OGRE Battle. This is a turn-based strategy RPG. I've never played it. In fact, they just re-released it, remastered on PlayStation 5 and Switch and stuff. So I'm going to be, I've got the PlayStation 5 version, and I'm going to play that. So, but this is the original, the original PlayStation 1 version. And as you can see, it's funny with these fat cases. Sometimes they would put these, even though this is a single disc game. It's from Atlas. Sometimes they would use these fat cases because the booklet was too thick for a normal, just to go in the front like normal. So they actually had a whole case dedicated to the booklet. And as you can see, the booklet, spans across the artwork, and the one piece is cool. Then you got the PlayStation symbol on the blank disc area. And so, and these alone are collectible. These pieces here. So I always try to hold on to those. I've even replaced one or two before. So then that's this one. And of course I'll be showing, as you've seen, I'll be showing the value, the average value because all these are complete and like new condition. So the prices I just showed and I'm going to be showing are complete and in good condition. Complete condition, like premium edition. So that's what the price that you saw is based off of. It's kind of the premium price you would find if you were to buy it on eBay. Now the next one is Castlevania Chronicles. I believe, if I remember right, let's see. This is it's kind of a remix of the first of Castlevania 1. I've only played it a little bit, and this is of course complete. And I was fortunate enough because all these I didn't pay nearly what they're worth now for. I bought these years ago. I only paid like $30 for this. Well, maybe 50, but it's certainly worth more now. Sought after. It's the only way. This is the only, to my knowledge, is the only version of this you can play. It is on the PlayStation 1. There's no digital version. I don't think there is. Maybe PS3, but don't quote me on that. You'd have to check. So this is number 9. So for number 8, that would be Silent Hill, which I've been playing this game. This is I'm the original owner of this one. Oh yeah, actually this I bought I actually got it factory sealed at the time. But I'm the original owner when this first came out. I've been playing it ever since then. It's funny, the inside always had those eerie eyes from the old lady in the game. But yeah, Silent Hill's a classic, a scary game to this day. Very good, and I love the series. People love the second one, which I agree with. The second one's a classic, and so yeah, this is I've always loved the series. Still one of the scariest series ever put out. And the next one is a personal favorite of mine. Once again, a scary game, Clock Tower. Now, funny story. Story time. I had the second one, which was worth more than all of these, by the way. If I had the second one, which I did at one point, it would be my most valuable PlayStation 1 game in my entire collection. But pretty much anyway. But here's the thing: the game is not very good. It's certainly not as good as the first one here. And I sold it to a fellow employee, a coworker, for $15 back in like 2004. So, yeah, that was a mistake. You live and you learn, though. But I sold it at the time because it's not a very good game. It would have never imagined it'd be worth money now. Now it's one of the most valuable PS1 games. So, you live and you learn. This is the first one. Oh yeah, the ultimate grip, a one-handed solution. Love this game. Point and click. It's a point and click horror. Kind of survival horror. You can't really. There's not much you can do to fight Scissor Man. It's point and click everywhere you go. You got to solve puzzles and figure it out. It's a different but excellent game though. I love Clock Tower. It is the atmosphere is really, they don't make anything like this anymore in my opinion. Oh, what was that number? Let's see, 10, 9, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7. So number 6 here is SUIKODEN 2. Now, many people, especially in the collectors community, they're going to definitely know this one. This one, I was fortunate. The guy at the same store I got that sealed Super Nintendo game from, he said, "Hey, you know, I've got a copy that just came in of SUIKODEN 2. You want to see it?" I'm like, "Sure." He said, "I haven't put it out yet. You want to see it?" I'm like, "Okay." I looked at him like, "Wow." And he said, "Tell you what, I like you. You've been a good customer. I'll sell it to you for $20." This is back in like 2007 or something. Like, this is a long time ago. And I was like, "Well, absolutely." So I gave him $20, and this thing is immaculate. I played it, beat it, loved the game. It's a great RPG. Oh yeah, I kept this in there. I actually got a hold of this from something else and put it in here, just extra, just premium, because this thing's worth a good chunk of change. But this has been valuable for many years. Low print, highly sought after, good game. So yeah, SUIKODEN 2. I have the first one as well. It's not worth as much as these games, but it is worth a decent amount. Now the next game, now this is funny. So this is the Black Label edition. At number 5, I'm putting it at number 5 here. Black Label edition of Doom. Now, this is one of my favorite ports of Doom ever. It had a custom soundtrack. It had a new soundtrack, new sound effects. It was completely remixed. It has a combination of levels from Doom 1 and 2. And it had 2-player system link co-op. So where you hooked up 2 TVs, 2 PlayStations, and you had co-op through 2 different setups. It was awesome. So, you know, split screen was mostly a Nintendo 64 thing. I mean, it was not, PlayStation was not able to handle that the same way 64 was able to. But this game, though, is worth a good amount of money, extremely hard to find. Because there was the long box, there's 2 versions of the long box, then this one, then the Green Label Greatest Hits, and that was it. So there's like 4 variants of this, and this one is easily the most rare. This variant of this Black Label variant, because it's like they came out with like a few of these and then immediately went to the Greatest Hits Green Label. So yeah, I absolutely cherish this. This is a classic. It's getting real windy outside, pardon me, but so yeah, I have several of these. I have all the variants of this. Maybe I'll make a video about it. So yeah, I cherish that, because out of all those early versions of Doom, for me, the PlayStation 1 version is easily my favorite. Now, at number 4 here is KOUDELKA. This is the turn-based RPG. I've always wanted to play it. I will play it. And sorry if you're hearing noises. This is the wind. The weather's really picking up right now. And this game, I only paid like $35 for years ago. So I'm very fortunate, very blessed that I got a hold of such a nice copy. It's complete. And of course, all these are complete. And from SNK, I forget about SNK. That's crazy. And these developers, they're behind, I believe, Shadow Hearts and so on. They're behind several iconic games. So yeah, you know, it's not a perfect RPG. It has issues of being a little bit too difficult and being frustrating at times, but it has a cult following for sure. So that's definitely a noteworthy game, and it's worth a good chunk of change now. Now, number 3 here is Valkyrie Profile. Now, this, for some reason, this actually was the highest in terms of loose copies of this per the price charting, but I'm ultimately basing it off of their complete, like what this would go for, like it is. Once again, I only paid like $30 some dollars for this years ago, before anybody knew it was popular or worth anything relevant. Very good game. They just re-released this on PS5 and PlayStation 4, so you're able to play it, download it, play it digitally. But it's still sought after and worth a lot of money. Very good. Kind of a side-scrolling 2.3D action RPG. Very good. Very cool game. actually has some of the developers from Star Ocean connected to it, like the music, the character art, and things like that. So if you love Star Ocean, there's some Star Ocean DNA in this a little bit with the design, with the graphics, characters, and music and animation and stuff. Then number 2 here is Persona 2. Obviously, the Persona series is extremely popular. And I have most of them, but but the main ones I want to play this is actually the main one I want to play. Is this one? I never gotten around to playing it. A turn-based RPG, of course. This is arguably the most iconic one, and I was fortunate that I really didn't pay a whole lot. I can't remember exactly how much. It wasn't a whole lot. It was way under what it's worth, what I paid for it. So I was very fortunate. And it's very nice, especially for the condition it's in. It's immaculate. Yeah, I'm very happy that I got a hold of this because I knew it was going to be a proud addition to my collection. So I got a hold of that. I'm very happy about that. Finally, at number 1 is, very much related to that, is Persona 1. So this game, once again, now this I do remember, I paid like $28 to $32, like not very much. It wasn't, saw it after it wasn't valuable yet. I was just like, oh, you know what? I can't get the second one because the second one's always been worth money. But this one was not worth as much. So I'm like, I'll get the first, I'll get the first one, and then eventually get the second one when I can afford it or drops in price, which it never dropped in price. But this at one point, this was worth upwards of $600. It isn't now for some reason, but at one point, for a minute there in the market, it was upwards of $600. This game is a little tougher to just, it's the booklet here. It's not perfect. A little wrinkled up a little, but considering how tough this is to get the hold of, it's not a big deal. Yeah, so otherwise it's in good condition. It's not like new, but it's good condition. It plays fine. This game is a little trickier. It's turn-based / first person / third person. It's a very strange RPG, but so it has a cult following. But the second one was where it kind of jumped into the mainstream. Like the second one's where it kind of jumped to the mainstream. It was more palpable for a lot of people, especially North American players. So yeah, that's my top 10 at the current market. That's the top 10 of my most valuable PlayStation 1 games that I have in my collection right now. I also have Lunar 2, Eternal Blue, complete collector's edition. But with that game, I'm working on getting a couple of missing pieces for it. So I didn't want to include it here because it's not complete. Technically, it's like 85% of the packaging. So I need to put it together and finish it. I'll do that at some point when I can afford to do it. So hope you all enjoyed the video. If you want to, give me a like. Please subscribe. Comment if you want to see other specific titles or ideas. And we'll check it out. So you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch y'all later.